Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference for the winners of the women's hammer throw. We have Deanna, the world champion, Joanna, and Zhang. So I'll pass the floor directly for questions. Larry.
Oh, sorry. It's such a great opportunity and chance to be able to compete for the United States. This is our first ever medal in the women's hammer throw. So being able to bring home that medal for my country means everything. But like I always say, when I step in that ring, it's not me, it's we. We did this together, you know. I have such great friends. Like, I love both of them. So, so to me, it's a lot easier to compete against people who push you and to have such great individuals to compete against, because we support each other. We make each other better. That's why we did so well, because we're friends and we support each other.
What did your big throw feel like?
It felt really good. My throw felt, I didn't think it was that far, but it went, so that was a good thing. More to come, so I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The gentleman here in front.
Mark Cullen from TrackRowdy.com. Congratulations. Yesterday you said that this is a different day, a different time, and a different place. What was different about each of those for you today? What made it possible for you to win this World Championships?
Having the opportunity and chances that I had. I have such a great medical staff, having such great people. Like I said, because everyone's like, wow, you came out strong, first throw qualifying. Yeah, that's great, but I've had it before where I did that and I didn't do well in the final. So, like I said, every single time that you throw, every time it's different. You know, it's never for sure thing. You're going to go in there and you're going to compete the best that you can. And what you do is you give yourself the best opportunity and be able to go in and drive the best that you can.
Thank you.
Next question.
Deanna, how you do? Sorry, I don't mean to keep pestering with questions. Congratulations, first of all. I think I read somewhere that you kind of changed your diet, changed everything, changed the way. Why did you decide to do that? Was that necessary to take the next step, and how did you do that?
That was because of my husband. You know, we switched training in 2015. I was about 275 pounds. I was really big and I couldn't move fast, so what we decided to do, there was this wonderful gentleman, he's now passed, his name is Stuart Toger, and he goes, "You're too fat." So, you know, definitely changed my diet. It was every time I was eating something, I would hear his voice, "You're too fat." So,
It's too fat. Come on.
so I changed my diet. I'm down to about 228 pounds now. Just trying to be as strong as I can and as fast as I can, and it's been going pretty well.
I'll ask a question to Joanna now. Joanna, you did your personal best tonight. Tell us about it.
I'm very proud of this, and I work on this whole year or all my life to be the best on the World Champions. I got silver and new PB. Maybe next year it's gonna be better, and I win with Deanna.
Another question?
Can I go? Yeah.
Lara
Hi, Deanna.
again.
Jesse Gabriel from Tracktown USA. What? We're good? Okay. You said that this was kind of a history in the making. This is the first U.S. global medal in the women's hammer throw. And I feel like there's kind of a renaissance in hammer throwing in the U.S. right now amongst women, yourself and Gwen. I mean, it's obviously kind of shooting for the stars. Is there anything that you'd want to say to any of the high school or collegiate throwers out there who are kind of hoping that they can make a living in the hammer throw or maybe represent their country and do kind of some of the great things that you're starting to do now?
Like I always say, you never really live off of what you make. You do it because you love it. You do it because you want to represent your country. You want to do it because you're proud of who you are. For me, for all the women who want to be able to take it to the next level, I look forward to seeing you. Keep going, keep driving. It's okay to be strong. It's okay to be beautiful and have best of both worlds, you know. God made you for who you are. You're meant to shine and to be bright and to be beautiful and to be bold. And to me, I look forward for the next female to break my record because I guarantee it's probably going to happen.
I'll ask a question to Ms. Zhang, and I would like your kind translation. If you can pass the mic to our colleague. Zhang, you had this opportunity to compete against the best, and now you're part of our big family, as I see it here. You have very close bonds between you. What's your feeling about it?
他说，因为在这个世界最高的舞台上，你跟他们一起较量，然后现在也拿到了一枚铜牌，感受怎么样？
挺开心的吧，因为就是我们3个会一起就是去比一些就是练球的系列赛，然后是比较熟悉的对手，然后这俩就是性格是那种特别开放，就是特别开朗的性格，然后平时走在一起就那种特别开心那种，所以，然后就是今天比赛倒也没有觉着特别紧张，觉着小伙伴在一起还是一种聚会，挺开心的吧。
Yes, indeed, it's just like a family because our girls are very nice, very friendly, and we're so happy to compete together. Yes, every time we compete, I feel nervous because the environment is so excellent. So I love it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Next question, Larry.
Joanna?
Yes.
So Poland has a pretty awesome tradition in the hammer throw, especially the women's hammer throw. What will this mean? So what will they be writing about in the papers tomorrow in Poland about your medal?
Yes, we have a tradition. We have a world record holder in Poland, Anita Włodarczyk. She's the best one in Poland, and everyone would like to be like she, because she's only one woman in the world which threw 80 meters and more. In this year, she's not compete here because she have a problem with her knee. But I think she's back stronger next year, so we have more competing together. And the point is, I do my history and I do my best this time. If she came here, I think I work for my bronze medals, but today I have silver. Thank you.
Gentleman back there.
Deanna, sorry.
That's all right. It's the same.
Let's give
Same team. Hey, Deanna. Congratulations. You know, hammer throwing in the U.S., I don't think I need to tell you, doesn't get a ton of airtime. Why did you get into it? I mean, you know, sometimes it's not even contested at the same stadium as the rest. You know, just tell me about that whole dynamic and your wanting to change it.
I was a 4-sport athlete in high school, so I did softball, basketball, volleyball, and track and field. When I started track and field, I was actually going to run the 800, and I wanted to break my mother's record. I only weighed about 145 pounds my freshman year in high school. But luckily, I held the home run record for Missouri. I think it was 14 home runs to 15 home runs in one season, batting average of .505. Had full ride opportunities for softball, and then I just did track and field to stay in shape. And what was really amazing was after my freshman year, I met this amazing guy. His name was Gary Cooper in Missouri for Troy Buchanan High. He was an assistant coach, and he kept saying, come to my house, come to my house. I'm thinking, dude, I'm not coming to your house. That's weird. But he's such a great guy because I came over to his house and we were all kind of learning it together. He handed me this thing. I didn't know what it was. Like, what is a hammer? I think, like 16 years old. I don't know what to do with this thing. And the first time I wound it around my head, I hit my head with the handle right on my forehead. And I remember literally dropping it and saying, I'm never doing this again. I was like, I'm done. Yeah. And now I'm a world champion. But with much persistence, he kept at me and he kept saying, you know, keep going, keep working. Altogether, since I did multiple sports, I had about 3 months of training from my freshman year to my senior year. And I decided to do track and field because they took softball out of the Olympics that year. So I said, yeah, you know, I've been playing softball since I was 5 years old. I'm going to give this track thing a go. And, you know, I ended up breaking the freshman record and then ended up being 2-time NCAA champion. And then I didn't really sink in that I could compete at an international level until my first world team in 2015. And I remember actually sitting next to Anita, and I was like, oh my God, I'm sitting by someone who throws 80 meters. Like, that's insane. But I remember like reaching over and like touching her leg and then like coming back, and I was like, oh yeah. And she just kind of looked at me like I was a crazy person. And I was like, I just had to, because I never thought this opportunity and chance would come. And then now I'm throwing 78-24, and it's been such a crazy journey. I never thought I'd be where I am today. And I'm hoping that with my story that people can see that you don't have to start out really young. You can start in high school, college, and you can be a world-class athlete as long as you put in the time and chance to do it. You know, you're gonna thrive. You know, stay away from drinking, drink plenty of water, get plenty of sleep. If you want to do it and do it right, put 100% into it, because when you look back in your past, are you going to have regrets? That's my question.
A question to Joanna. In the flash quotes, you talked about the importance of your coach. When did you start training with her? And I believe she coaches some of the other Polish hammer throwers as well. So do you have a pretty good sort of training group as well? And how does that help you?
And my coach Malvina is my best friends. We meet a lot years ago. I think maybe 15. I decided after Olympic Games in Rio to change coach because I do with another one, and I changed the group. I back to my family sides, and my teammate group. It's Wojciech Nowicki, the world leader in hammer throw too. So we have a great team. We have a great team spirit already, and that's work in our team. My coach do for me the plan for work, but she believed me and I believe for her mind and thinking about the coaching. So I think that is the most important thing, to believe to coach and coach believe to you, and have a good group for work like me and Wojciech and our physio, our committee, and all guys who help us for working. Thank you.
For Zhang, one of the big stories the last decade for China has been your technical event growth, the hammer throw, the discus, the shot. Tell us about how you got involved in the hammer throw.
讲讲你自己的练球故事吧。什么时候开始练习的？然后他说中国练球投掷很强大，就说一说跟这个练球项目的渊源吧。
就是我跟练球的故事，就是我觉得我跟练球最大的故事就是就这些年嘛，然后从小的时候就是我属于身体条件不是那么特别好的运动员，然后就一步一步走上来，现在年龄也不小了嘛，然后结果就成了我们那批运动员里面唯一的仅剩的我一个，我是觉得还比较，就是虽然就是说是练的年限也挺长的了，哎呀，我是从17、18，哎呀，忘了具体了。然后就练到最后，我就成到我们中国现在练球运动员里面年龄最大的嘛。然后，但是我还是认为我自己跟他们一样小，心态还什么的都挺好。我觉得我还能再练好几年呢。然后具体的故事， 也没有那么多吧，就是跟他们一起比赛很开心，然后尤其是他俩的性格真的是太好了，他一起不管我们每天一说话就是各种比划呀，这那那这的，根本就听不明白，但是我们还在那儿一比赛就特别开心，反正就这2个故事吧，没有特别多。
I began my hammer throw career at 17 years old. Yeah, I'm not good in the physical ability when I was young, but I'm so lucky that now I'm not so young. I'm maybe the oldest athlete in China, but I'm lucky to be now the #1 in Asia. So I'm very lucky. And although I'm not so young, but I have a very young heart. Yeah. One of the elements for me to stick to the hammer throw is to compete with such kind of girls. I like them so much because every time, they have good. I'm very happy to compete with them. So every time I'm eager to compete with them. So that is maybe one of the aim for me to stick to the hammer throw. Yeah. Thank you.
I think we'll get one last question because the ladies need to rest a bit. 2 last questions then.
I'll be really quick.
Okay, one for the lady, one for the gentleman, and we're done.
Thanks, Mark. You were pretty overcome with emotion, Deanna, when the moment you realized you were a world champion. What were you feeling in that moment that really just kind of overtook you, and the tears started to flow? What did it feel like?
For me, it was. I can't even really explain it. Because like I said, early this year, I didn't even think I was going to be able to compete. I thought that I was going to stop. I was not about to come and only throw 66 meters, 67 meters. The beginning of the year, I was throwing 76, 77 meters. I was going great, and in about 4 weeks, all my numbers dropped about 40 to 50 feet. And all I remember is me and my coach were looking at each other thinking, what just happened? What is happening? And, it felt like I had a harness on, and I remember we were like, well, do we keep going, or do we, pack up and get ready for Tokyo 2020, or do we retire? Because I do not want to be that person who just takes opportunities and chance away from other great athletes. And so I remember it was a lot of crying and a lot of pain, but fortunately I met an individual, his name was Brian Murr, and he straightened me out, fixed me up. Basically, he said he put me back together with duct tape and baling wire. So honestly, I have 2 weeks off. I'm going straight to Indiana and going to be working with him just to kind of make sure everything is good and right. And honestly, at that moment, knowing that season was done, I'm coming away as a world championship, it was more of thankful tears of support that I get from so many different people and to compete against such great individuals. So for me, like I say, whenever I compete and when I throw, it's never me, it's we.
One last question.
Deanna, you're world champion and your life just changed.
Yeah.
In what ways? How do you think it's changed? In what ways do you think it's changed? How do you see into your future? And how will you take advantage of the platform that this wonderful achievement has given you?
I hope I don't change. God, I hope I don't change. I hope that I always want hugs and I always am nice. If I'm ever mean and rude, please, someone just smack me, because it's not, you kick my butt, please. Because I hope that I never change. I hope that, like my husband always says, he's like, you're like a child, you have this big heart, and he's like, you're sweet and you're kind. He goes, you compete hellish and you're crazy, but he's like, but you have a good heart. And so for me, I am the way I am because of who I surround myself with. Like I say, negative people don't have a part of my life because I don't let it. I surround myself with such great, wonderful people, and I couldn't be more thankful for the people who I let into my life. When you have a negative person within your life, it drains you. It makes you exhausted and tired. So, I always say I appreciate you, but I have to move on, and it's time to be better, and it's time to grow. And I try my best to help anyone that I can. What I'm hoping to do is to show for the platform is basically that women can be strong and beautiful. You can have the best of both worlds. Like I've always said, that I've been small and I've been bigger. I've had both sides, but you don't really get to accept yourself. Like, other people can't accept you until you accept yourself and to love yourself. And that's the hardest challenge, is to look in the mirror and say, hey, you're awesome today, and make someone else happy. I talk a lot.
Okay, that would be all, I think. We can release the ladies. They've been tired, but they had a very nice result, so I think they'll remember this evening until the next medals. So let's get one last photo for all of you, the three girls.